Okay, so let's just we'll just go through this together. The first couple steps, anyway. So, step one: enter your name so that your specific problem generates. So I will just replace this with my name. Okay, so there the problem generated in the box. So this says plot the graph of the line passing through -4, 0 and -2, -4 from x equals -5 to 5 using step size of 0.5. So the first thing it wants us to do is to enter the slope and the intercept for the line indicated in our problem. Well, before I even do that, I'm going to put my 2 points into these green boxes here. So my first point is -4, 0. My second point is -2, -4. So now, since these boxes are gold, they want us to replace them with functions. So this says recall that the slope m and a point. One way to find the intercept is to use the fact that y0 is equal to m times x0 plus b. So this gives us the formula to find the y-intercept. This says just take y0 and subtract m times x0. Well, that means we need the slope first. So let me pause this real quick and pull up a screen so I can write. Give me 1 second. Okay, so recall that if I have 2 points, we're going to call them x1 and y1 and x2 and y2. I can find the slope between these points using the slope formula, which is y2 minus, whoops, now it's freezing on me. Hang on. Minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm going to use this method to input my slope. Now it wants me to use a formula for slope. So here, I'm going to click on the box, and in the formula box, I'm going to enter my equal sign, and I'm going to select, holding control, I'm going to do y2, which is this box here, minus the other y coordinate, which is C20, and I'm going to make sure I put them in parentheses. Oh, let me fix that. Hold on 1 second. I have to do this all in one step. So I'm going to go back to my slope box, and in my formula box, I'm going to hit equals, and I'm going to put parentheses first. Parentheses, holding control, I'm going to hit y2 minus y1. You have to hold control when you hit the cells, so it copies the cell name into there. So that's the same thing. So notice I have C17 minus C20. That's this number minus this number. That's y2 minus y1 over or divided by, parentheses again, hold control and hit x0 minus x1, close your parentheses. Okay, so in here, instead of x, y1, and x1, we have C17, C20, B17, B20. Just make sure the C's go together and the B's go together, okay? And we cross our fingers and hit enter, and you'll see we get a slope of -2. All right, from there, it wants the y-intercept. Well, we're going to use this little formula right here that says y0 minus m times x0. So I'm going to click the cell and then go to the formula bar, hit equals, and I'm going to select, holding control, my y0, which is 0, minus, and I'm going to use parentheses so it doesn't mess anything up, parentheses, my m, which is -2. We can just put that in the way it is, -2, close parentheses, times x0. Hold control and hit negative. Oh, hit that box. And I got 2. Let me do that again. I don't think that worked. Times x0, which is there, B17. C17 minus our slope times B17. Enter. There is my y-intercept. Okay. So from there, it says fill in the values x from -5 to 5 using the size of 0.5. So we would start at -5 here. And then here we would increase that by 0.5. So this would now be -4.5. Then we would do -4, then -3.5, then -3, and so on and so forth. And you could fill in the entire column of green numbers here. Now, this says fill out the formula for the y values. Well, our y is just going to be equal to the slope times the x coordinate plus b. So if I click the first box, I'm going to go to my formula box and hit enter, or sorry, equals, and just going to fill out this formula here. M, which is -2, so I'll do -2 times the x value. Well, the x value is coming from this box, so I'm going to hold Control and click that box, plus my b value, which is -8. So we really can just hit -8. Instead of plus -8, we'll do -8. Okay, and then if I hit enter, it gives me a value of 2. Now, if I just take this bottom right corner and drag it down, it'll autofill all those values. And notice the values that don't have anything in the x coordinate gives me a -8, because that's what you get if I plug in 0 for the cell value. So if I kept going and do this one as -2.5, you'll see that changes. -2, that changes. So you can go through and change all of the values down here, and then you can continue to help to start constructing the graph that will go into the plot area.